How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Down the Rabbit Hole. This is an episode that's probably going to be a little bit contentious, a little bit divisive, mainly by me, possibly by Jack, I don't know. But we're going to be talking about Black Clover. So, as you can see, Chibi's cosplaying as Charmy. You know?
Yes.
They have,
I see it.
They do the height thing, right? They're about the same height-ish. Both gremlins, little goblin-ass motherfuckers.
Yeah, we do like food.
Oh wait, no, I gotta be nice because someone wrote like a question like, can Ken be nice to Chibi because she's
Okay, they know I've had a hard week, okay?
she's gone through sometimes.
Yeah.
All right. So, Brad, I think the reason why we're doing this episode is because Brad was the first, like, honestly, the only person I think who really watched Black Clover, and it was like one of the animes I was super shocked that he watched. So, Brad, what is the appeal of this anime? Like, what drew you to it when you first watched it 5 years ago or whatever it was?
It's cool. Yeah.
Short and sweet to the point.
Fuck!
Yeah, right to the fucking point.
Yeah,
All right,
so-
this is the end of the episode.
Yeah. All
Roll
right.
Good
credits.
podcast.
Once again, kind of from the beginning of this whole new podcast, I am not an anime watcher in general.
He is now.
I've not really watched a whole lot, except for the last 3 months. I've completed all of the animes.
He
proud of you.
is anime.
I completed the library. I had a discussion with a friend of mine back home, and he's really big into comic books and animes and mangas and whatnot. And he was, I asked him, I was like, if there's some animes to watch, like, what would you recommend? And he recommended Bo Fury, Black Clover, and something else. I don't remember what it was, but
I see 2 for 3.
yeah, but Black Clover was the one that like had staying power, if you will. Like there was like 110 episodes when I started watching it.
Right.
And I was working overnights, so I would really just throw it on the computer. Yeah,
I'm assuming you watched dub, right?
Yes, I did. And so that's actually why I stopped watching it, because after like 98 episodes, it was just subbed at that point. Now that might have changed.
Yeah, no,
they're
pretty much prepping for the movie, I think. So,
yeah.
All right.
And so I did enjoy it. It is humorous. You know, Asta's in himself, he is the comedic relief to his protagonist. So I did enjoy it. It's obviously long-winded.
Jack apparently wants to be Asta, according to like the last episode.
You know, he's a guy that he has a lot to prove. Okay.
I mean,
sometimes I feel like I'm constantly trying to prove
it's
something.
a height thing too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'll take that. I don't yell as much as him though.
No one fucking yells as much as him, Jack. My bad, guys. Well,
I mean, I can start though.
Jesus.
Don't do it, Jack. Don't do it. Don't do it, please.
I won't.
Chibi, what about you? Because I think the most positivity should come from you and Brad and possibly Jack.
So I pretty much watched almost all of the episodes. I don't know if I told you guys that.
Yeah.
I stopped at like one of the newer arcs, and then when they continued it, I just didn't keep up. But honestly, I kind of agree with Brad. I just thought it was cool. I like the academia-ish type to it, you know, in the beginning, like, you know, they're sorted into kind of like houses or like, you know, their little squads.
Right.
And even though Asta's fucking annoying as hell, you know me, I love a good underdog story. I really do. And it just kept pulling me in. I don't know. I really do like the comedic relief. And I think as you continue, it gets even more and more funny, but also more serious. So it's that nice balance, and just seeing that and the characters develop and grow and just be completely idiots together I really enjoy it.
And obviously you like Charmy the most, right?
I do. I like my little gremlin who likes to eat. And she's the biggest simp of them all, and I love her.
Oh yeah, for you now? Yeah, I saw that. That was hilarious. My prince.
She got good taste.
My prince.
I love her.
Jack, you've only watched, me and you just started watching Black Clover, right?
Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts so far?
And you've both already ended watching.
It's a long ass season. I'll start with that.
Fuck yeah, it
but
is.
two, it is. I agree with Chibi. I do enjoy the underdog story. Like I said, I do appreciate the fact that Asta's he's pretty much got nothing compared to everybody else,
Mhm.
and he's got so much to prove, and he's fighting so fucking hard to prove
Mhm.
that. Um, but I've really been enjoying the story. I don't know. I don't think I've hit the points where there's a lot of shifts in the story or like climactic
Mhm.
events.
I
So
think
there's not too much I can say about it.
I think you're after the first. I think we're after the first major arc, right?
Which one was that one?
Is that the one
That's
where he fights the one?
it's where I can't pronounce his name. Radis, where he like invades and stuff like that, and then
Oh yeah.
the what is it, the Witch King? That's what they call it. No, what do they call him? The Wizard King. I'm sorry.
The Wizard.
I was
The
thinking of
Wizard.
Destiny.
Witch
Witch
The
Queen.
Witch King.
Ah!
But the Wizard King, he shows up and he fucking just starts wrecking everybody, right?
God,
So
that
they introduce
guy.
the actual main villains for
Mhm.
the show finally. But yeah,
I would say just wait until you get to the later arcs. It gets insane.
Yeah,
this is
it
just like
does
the
build.
typical JRPG conversation that me and Brad have with people all the time. Like, bro, just wait 10 hours. It's gonna
That's
pick
what
up.
it is. I'm telling you. Yeah, 100 episodes. Just
Yeah,
wait.
no.
And this,
Can't do that
well,
shit. That was One
well,
Piece, by the way. I watched One Piece when I was younger, and I was just like, nah, dude, I can't do this anymore.
This one is worth it though. It's not 1,000. It's almost like
okay,
200.
no. I will actually say something. With there being 170 episodes, there's probably only like 85 episodes worth of content because Jesus Christ, with the double
lot of
intros,
Bro,
the
I'm
reviews.
telling you,
yeah.
that
This
shit
ready,
kills
dog.
me.
He's
Yeah.
ready.
So, I mean, here's the deal. I want to like this show. I really do, but there's like a number of barriers. Like, I feel like this as a shonen, if you were introducing someone to that world, I think this is a perfect one next to Naruto.
Mhm.
Right? It's easily digestible. Like, I think it's probably one of the, it's not as dark as others, you know? Like, characters get like, what's his name? The Red Lion King guy. I don't remember his name, but he gets
I know their last name is like
yeah,
Vermilion.
he gets his arm taken off, right? And I'm like,
Oh, yeah,
okay,
that
but
shit
then
was
they're like,
intense.
but then Yami's like, yeah, he's gonna be fine, right? So I spoiled a couple things for myself, and I was like, so like, when do we start seeing people die? You know, because I want to know if and when that occurs. And
Recent
yeah,
death.
it's one of those things where it's like it feels like they toe the line at times, but it's never gonna get to that point. Like you're gonna see like action, but it's more like the villains get killed. Like good usually prevails and stuff like that. I can't fucking stand Asta. I don't give a shit. I just can't do it, bro. I was texting everyone. I was like, yo, does he stop yelling at any point? At any
He texted
point in
me
the
and I was
show?
like, no.
Of
You
course
just get
not.
used to it.
Because the thing is like his story is interesting, right? You're the only person in this world born without magic. You have a grimoire that is fucking clearly anti-magic. That's a really cool ability. You and he's right now brute force, and I assume later on he becomes more skilled with weapons. I assume that's just the training arc moving forward for him. But it's like I've seen this story before, and I like some of the characters, but like it just feels like it's lacking real impact. Like I get the build up part, but I'm like I'm 34 episodes in. I'm like, when does this start like taking the fuck off with stuff?
Yeah. So I don't know if this gets answered later on in the show, but do you think Yuno's magic is stronger than Asta's physical
my
strength?
assumption is that these two are gonna have eventually, like they're gonna come to a head, right? I think the manga is in its final arc right now. My assumption is that they're both of them are gonna like, become equally powerful, and then eventually when they start going out and the whole Wizard King thing, they're probably gonna compete against one another, something like that, in a show of
And they
power.
both die.
I mean, could be right.
Okay, Naruto
We
Sasuke.
could get Naruto Sasuke a little bit. But yeah, I think that like you have some interesting characters. You have like a lot of fan service. You have it's basically like I think that for the most part I've outgrown like a lot of shonen that's like primarily, I would say, typical in manga. I still think it's a good show, but I'm just like I've lost interest. Plus that, let me tell you something. If you put fucking recaps in every episode, why?
That shit got annoying the first
Bro,
episode.
Yeah,
The
I just got
whole-
used to skipping it.
Dude,
I was
the
like,
whole-
Why should you have to? You
It's
know?
like I
Right.
think it's the first 4 minutes of every episode is like
Well,
a
that's the
recap,
thing,
and
is-
then the
is when
OP.
when I went from the first episode to the second one, I had to kind of look back. I was like, am I accidentally watching the first episode all over again?
Exactly.
And
I was
I
like,
almost stopped.
I was like, wait a minute. The other thing that really bothers me, and I think this is one of the shonen that's like completely guilty of this, is that the animation quality can go from great to ass really quick.
Right.
Dude,
I don't know if I remember that.
there are some intentionally or unintentionally funny moments where there's characters where they're saying something serious, but because of the way like the animators didn't like, you know, fully flesh them out, like their eyes are weirdly separated. They're like, I'm like, dude.
I need you to make this
Now-
into the
now-
YouTube. I need to see it.
Or the thing with like, I'll show you guys. I have a couple
Okay,
things. There was a couple things. Or like when there was a thing with like Yami, right? When they introduced Yami, big muscular dude, right? There's a couple
He's
things where he
probably
goes
my
like
favorite
completely
character.
skinny and thin and
Yeah,
shit. And
he's
I'm like,
good.
what is that? Like, why do you make that shift so hard? You go from
So-
like these really cool animated scenes to like it looks like some stop motion type shit sometimes, right? I'm like, come on, guys. Like,
Yeah, I will say though, later on with a lot of Asta's
That's why I was
demonic,
just thinking that. Yeah.
with a lot of his demonic forms, the animation actually like breaks down, right? Like things get like, I don't know how to really phrase it. Like once
Yeah.
he starts being, I don't know,
like
demonized or whatever.
good or bad breakdown.
Good, like
Yeah,
the
it
whole
looks really neat.
yeah, like the whole animation kind of like deteriorates, like the
Yeah, like
the
he's
actual
moving so fast, or
Like, one
like,
of the-
like
he's-
the art style.
One of the
Yeah.
coolest things I saw early on was when they I think it was like something happened with either Asta or Yuno where like they took away all the color and it was like just pencil, like kind of like pen shading.
It's
and stuff
kinda like
That was
that.
sick as fuck when I saw it. I was like, yes, that
Yeah.
is dope. And then
it's
it would be
kind of
like,
that.
Asta's eyes a little higher than the other. And I'm like, bro, like, come on.
You're like,
man.
what is this?
Like, what is this shit? How did Yami lose all his muscle mass and stuff like that? Plus, I do appreciate
Magic.
this though too. There's not a lot of filler.
Mhm.
But I didn't like the fact. I think like the third episode was kind of like a filler recap episode. And I was like, do we really need that when they're about to fucking?
We're only in episode 3.
Yeah, we're in episode 3.
There is actually 2 or 3 just like random ass, it's not even really recap episodes. They're
Yeah, episode 30 is an actual recap episode. It's called Path, and they literally
There's-
recap the first arc.
who was it? It was one of the Black Bulls. They just did like a random episode of, she was just
I don't think
like,
they saw it.
Was it Noelle?
no, it might have actually been
Her
Someone
random
else.
like. First off, I did that trope. I just hate that trope. Like the protagonist is so fucking stupid that he's like he just doesn't know like that all these chicks are falling for him. Right? He is the short king, right? He's what all short men aspire to be, just pulling women left and right. Right? He's got Noelle. He's got fucking Mimosa. That's a great name, by the way.
Oh my god, Mimosa, that fucking dude.
Mimosa. He's got fucking I think it's Rachel. Is that her name? Rachel is like the redhead, the tall redhead who they kept like.
You mean
show-
Vanessa? No,
Is it
she's
Vanessa?
pink hair.
No, which one? I
Vanessa's the pink hair.
She's the one with
like,
all. She's
wig.
with all the siblings. She had like 5 or 6 of them, and so I'm at that part of the episode where like all the kids get kidnapped and stuff like that, and I was like,
Trying to
okay, cool.
remember.
But they have like I think like once again, it's like your typical. It's more like a lighthearted shonen in comparison to like JJK, Demon Slayer, that type of stuff. So I think like if you want to watch something that has like less filler than Naruto and Bleach and all that stuff like that, Black Clover is it. And I do appreciate the fact that like the creator, the studio rather, took a break when they literally like ran out of like manga.
Oh, that's where I stopped. That's
Yeah.
where I stopped.
So like if you guys don't know, Jack, if you don't know, the reason why it stops at 179 is because the manga, they didn't catch up to the manga yet. And so they gave time for the creator to actually further flesh out the story, get to like the final arcs. Then they're going to fill it in. They're going to do a movie. And then after that movie, they're going to kick off, I think, like the other part of the manga, which is pretty dope. I appreciate that. I think that's really
It's
cool.
not a bad idea.
Like, but
Yeah,
I
instead of just like rushing it or something.
I just want to skip so much because I'm like, when does Asta stop screaming? Like, can I see someone get
Jeez.
killed? You know what I'm saying?
Oh my god.
I wonder if
he's
there's a
wizard.
count on how many times he screams.
There probably is. I'm not
Seventeen.
surprised if
How
there is.
many times does Asta scream.
The first time I heard it, I said, "Are you fucking serious?"
Dude,
I literally was
the
like,
sub is so much more manageable than the dub. When I heard him
"Oh
screaming the dub, I
God."
was like, sub immediately.
I don't think I ever even tried the dub. I'd be scared because the sub's already terrible. Not like terrible, but like he's screaming.
It's like Naruto. Like his voice is just so funny to me sometimes when he gets to like a serious, he's like always voice cracking. I'm like, chill, all right.
There's no count. However, there's so many fucking headers. Serious. Does Asa's screaming get any better? Does Asa's voice get less annoying later on?
That's
Everyone's asking
Why
the
does
real
Asa yell so
questions.
much?
I think that's essentially what, for me anyway, bothers me, because like you have a really cool character in Yuno, and technically their rivalry is really cool, right? That's it's not like a rivalry where it's like they're trying to fucking kill each other or anything.
No,
They're just
it's
like
like a-
It's
they're
just like trying to
buddies.
surpass each
that,
other.
that
Respect
you
thing.
know of.
That I know of, right? There's probably like some fucking weird hint where like cuts his head off or something. But yeah, I appreciate that. But it's like, please stop screaming, bro. Just 10 seconds.
You know,
Can you
you
not
know who
be...
he could learn from?
Who?
It's my favorite character is Gordon.
I love
Oh,
Gordon
the-
so much.
It's just Gordon.
Gordon
No, I
is
was
so
like,
he just
fucking
fucking-
funny.
I have to-
Justice for Gordon.
I have to adjust my screen. I have to adjust I'm like, is he fucking
You're
saying something?
I love it so much.
He's so funny.
I'm like, what the fuck is... He's like, I want to go too. It's like, what the fuck did you just say? No.
I should just do an entire episode of talking like Gordon.
I
Y'all
I
watch
really
the-
think there is an episode later on, like primarily about Gordon and his family.
That's great.
There is. Did y'all watch the
Yeah.
episode where the house becomes like
Oh, that's a
sentient?
good one.
Or the hideout becomes no, okay.
Oh
I
my
won't
god,
say
it's
because-
such a good episode. That's one of my favorite episodes.
I mean, that's
You
essentially...
have to get to that.
Yeah. Listen, y'all
You
just
have
pointed
to.
out. What was interesting is normally with Shonen there's a lot of fillers, so I actually looked that up. I was like, what are the filler episodes? And generally what it is
Where
like
they
they have like half filler and then half canon. So it's like when Noelle is stalking fucking Asta, right, on her day off or whatever. And that feels like filler, but then it leads to something important in the story. And I'm like, okay, that's kind of fun, right? It's just he's like your prototypical dumbass. And
He is a dumbass.
he is a dumbass.
Yeah.
And Yuno's like your cool character. He's like Wolfwood from fucking Trigun.
I
Right?
mean,
Oh, yeah.
the Black Bulls are just a band of misfits.
I like
Which
the
I
Black Bulls,
really
dude.
appreciate too.
yeah, which is great.
Mhm.
I like fucking, was it Luck? Is that his name?
I love Luck.
That
I was
dude's
gonna say I
fucking
love
crazy.
Luck. Who's the other character I really like? Fen.
I like fighting. Like, can I...
Finroll.
What,
Finroll.
what do you say to fucking after like the it was like the first like dungeon? He was like, "Hey, can we fight each other?" And it's like was like, "No, what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?"
I really like Zora's arc.
Mhm,
Y'all probably don't know who Zora is. I think he comes on much later. But
Yeah,
he was
Zora's
really
pretty
cool.
cool.
Isn't he the second
Mhm.
in command? Like the actual, he's not even there, right? I read something like
He's
that.
the redhead.
Ah, okay.
There's he wears like a mask with these like angry teeth things
No
on
shit.
it. Yeah, he becomes part of the Black Bulls later.
Oh, okay.
Mhm.
I was gonna say something and I forgot. Well, okay, so my thing with Asta, I always want to call him Asta. It just sounds
Pasta.
more appropriate.
Pasta.
Pasta.
Asta.
Pasta.
Well,
Asta
there's the like everyone compares him to Naruto, and like
No.
I understand the similarities, but
Yeah, the only
I think-
cemetery is the voice.
I think there is like I was gonna say in the story there is a much bigger difference in the fact that Naruto was a ninja, right? Like he was the runt or whatever, but he was still a ninja. Like he became a
Correct.
good
Yeah,
ninja.
he was a shinobi. Yeah.
like Asta can never be a wizard. Like he has no magical ability whatsoever. So he has to completely
said,
reinvent the way he
fucking
does his thing.
appreciate that because they really drive home the fact that Austin, are like leagues apart when it comes to magic, but when it comes to like determination, like follows in Asta's footsteps, which I really like. I really like that part because it's not like you have this really arrogant, best friend. He's always constantly trying to push
Yeah.
him forward, which is something I think is a nice little swerve. That's what I say. I think it's like it's a much cleaner
I feel like healthier
show. Yeah,
rivalry.
much healthier, much cleaner shonen, right? It is more lighthearted, I think, at times. You can see where there's going to be dark sections, but I don't know. But because of magic, you can always use that as like your, Deus Ex Machina, where somehow it just saves somebody who gets impaled or gets their arm cut off or some shit like that. You know, unlike Jujutsu Kaisen, where like there's, you're pretty much if you're dead, you're
Why would you
fucking
bring
dead.
this up? Why would you bring this up?
You go explodey, huh?
Stop!
Oh,
And in
man.
Naruto, you get the stabby stab, and then someone dies. I always say like if you watch any TV show, anime, live action,
Anime.
Anime.
Onamai.
if you watch live
Onomatopoeia.
action or anime, right, and they give a side character a background story, and it's like a dark like background story, they're gonna fucking die. That's
Immediately.
dude.
World.
And Naruto, Asuna, right?
Asuna.
Oh no, what was his name? Is it Asuna? Who's the
Yeah.
Yeah, is that him?
Asuma.
Yeah, remember when he fucking like they like randomly talked about him in an episode, and I was like, he's gonna die. He fucking gets killed. I was like, Jesus, what the fuck? And at least they
He
like
probably deserved it though.
I mean, honestly, they have to like at some point. I think that the creators just probably sitting there like, I have way too many characters. I gotta kill off one of these motherfuckers, bro. That's how I see it. Like in Black Clover, like it's your typical shonen. I got like I don't know how many. I can't remember any of their names, right? Just like some of the Black Bulls, Charmy because she's funny looking, right?
Yeah.
I think
Magma really.
I was
grew
gonna
on
say
me.
I love Magna. Magna's
Who's-
so funny.
Magnus,
Which
like
one-
your
what's the name?
typical
It's like the
anime punk.
yippee-
He's your
Yeah, the
typical
anime
punk.
punk.
Yeah, typical anime punk.
What's the big one that smokes all the time?
I fucking love that
Yami?
dude. I don't know his name, but that dude is
Oh,
dope.
wait, who?
He's the
The one that's always got a shadow.
yeah, always got
over
a
its
shadow,
head.
and he can like transform into other people.
Oh, I didn't know that. See, I haven't.
Well, when he meets Asta the first time, he actually like transforms into Asta. Yeah,
Who?
it's the big shadow dude.
It's always like,
y'all don't know. Y'all don't know. Y'all don't know.
Oh,
Y'all
we
don't
don't know. We don't fucking know.
I don't know.
You know, just tell us what fucking
my
episodes we
God.
need to watch, and then we'll just skip to that.
I'm like confused. I'm like,
We'll just skip to every single good
that's
episode.
what I'm saying.
So later on, you find his actual form. Well,
Oh,
like
really?
you
So
actually
he's
learn.
not some big. He's not that big dude.
No,
really, no shit.
he's actually. Yeah.
That's like my favorite thing because he's always like sitting there and he sounds like was it in Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood? It was Sloth. He looks like Sloth, like that fucking big meathead looking dude
Yeah.
who's like super slow, and he's like always like, I want to go. It's like what the fuck?
you're gonna have to show me
Yeah.
later. I have no idea what you guys are talking
The big,
about. I'll
it's
remember.
like always got a dark. You never really see the face.
He
It's
has like
just
he's like
bottom.
a silhouette, and then like he
Yeah.
has like smoke coming.
Let me
out
see if
of
I
him.
can post it in chat. Real quick.
I'm gonna legitimately.
I'm drawing
just,
a
like,
blank. It's been.
I'm
it's
gonna
been
what I'll do is that I'll post like when we do the
Gray.
when we do the editing. I'm just gonna post it and just be like over Chibi's head the entire time, like a thought.
Oh, I
So
see.
so
I've
her
been here this whole time.
so her name is Gray.
What'd you say?
Oh, Gray.
Her name is Gray.
You say
You
her?
just said Gray.
Her name is Gray.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
Gray.
That's sick.
Gray is awesome. Just wait. Yeah, Gray is awesome.
Who's constantly in like lingerie? What's the witch's name? Vanessa. It's
Vanessa.
that fan
Yeah.
service right there, boy. Like what? Is
Her story
Yeah,
thing is
yeah.
pretty cool too.
I'm like, what episodes is she in? So I get.
She has a really cool story arc herself.
So
Does she?
that's also the problem with like a lot of shonens, in my opinion, is that like sometimes like the build up arcs are not as like unless they grab you immediately. Like I felt like Naruto's like first real arc, that shit was dope. Like I was willing to watch that multiple times because it had like a real impact on Naruto. With like Black Clover, it's like he gets to see how badass the Wizard King is and how big of a fucking nerd he is. He's like, I like magic. Like I get that. Like he likes magic more than a friend.
I like magic.
That's essentially what he does too. He like geeks out on Asta. He's like, oh, it's a grimoire. Let me grab your sword. It's like, what the fuck, dude? Ask, no touchy. No touchy. So, Chibi, why do you like Charmy so much, besides the fact you guys are the same height?
Bruh. I just really enjoy the chaoticness of her. Like I love chaotic characters, as you know. Like I love fucking Chica, Anya. Like they're just all my favorite type of characters. But I really have you guys seen Charmy's real form?
Actually, yeah, I
I
have.
think so. When somebody like fucking took her food or
Yeah,
snuffed
and she
it or
like
some
goes
shit,
serious. Yeah,
she got
I feel,
pissed.
I feel the duality of man in her, and that's how I relate to as well.
Their
I can
magic's
be
like
very
really useful and powerful too. which is
Yes,
funny.
and I was gonna say like her, like she's not actually weak either.
Yeah.
Um,
No,
I just think
she's a first grade, I think, right? Like or junior first grade
I
magic
know she's
type.
pretty high
It
up.
was fucking funny when Yami was like
Her.
telling everyone, he's like, listen, all you motherfuckers are fifth grades because none of you have done anything. But you know, Ass is a third grade, and then she's a first grade. She got all arrogant and stuff. I love that. That was fucking hilarious. Bow to me, peasants. I was like, God damn, dude. Like, bow
But just
down,
like her,
you
yeah,
shits.
just her overall disposition. I just relate to her a lot. You know, she loves I love so
That
we're
was
like the same
funny. Like
person.
her obsession, and like what was even funnier was like Asta was like ignoring her when she was like, "How do you know my prince?" He's like talking
My
shit to
prince.
Asta. How do you know my prince? How do you know him? He just keeps ignoring people, right?
But yeah, no, she's fucking hilarious. Yeah, that's fine.
Jack and I both like Yami, right? Is that your favorite character too?
I would say that's my second
Yami's
favorite.
good.
I
I
love
like
Yami.
him. I like him. But like I said, Gordon's my number
I was
one.
gonna say Jack said Gordon is his
fucking
favorite.
I think Yami's fucking hilarious. Like he just
Oh,
kind of sits
he's
there,
so funny.
talks a bunch of shit, and like no one listens to him, and he
He's
wants to
you.
kill him. Yeah, he's pretty much yeah. He's just like, I'll kill you. Like you don't get it. Like what is
I'm
wrong with you
serious.
idiots? I think he was saying was it Finrer? Right? Is that his name?
Finroll.
Finral.
Finral. Yeah.
When he was like always trying to hit on girls. He's like no. Like did you not hear me? Get to work. Like what the fuck is what's wrong with y'all? We got negative 60 stars to get through. Like y'all need to fucking do that work
I
right
forgot
now.
the stars.
That was like my favorite thing. Like now it's like perfect. Now we have negative 71. Like wait, how fucking bad is your team? God damn. Brad, who's your
Did you know that
what's up?
Gordon well, I don't know if it was I haven't been able to find that it was truly inspired by, but
Dude,
it was by
it's
Marilyn Manson.
it's either Marilyn
What
Manson
were
or
you gonna
Slipknot,
say?
brother, or some
See
shit.
that.
Yeah, one
I
of them.
should
No,
see
no, it
that.
was Marilyn Manson. There's a photo here. It looks exactly like
You messaged
here.
me that, right? So I can publish that on the fucking
Yeah.
on the edit.
Yeah, I'll put it in regular messages so we don't have to open it. Right here.
Oh yeah, baby.
So my favorite. So I think Yami's probably my favorite character.
Yeah.
I actually really like Finral's story. Like his development as a character is
yeah,
really.
Yes, at
I
the
heard
end,
his
it's so good.
like his family is a bunch of dicks.
Oh yeah, like that.
Oh,
I
for
think it's
I
reason why I like him so much.
well, like the only like it was crazy because like on TikTok, obviously they spoil a bunch of anime for you. I'd never seen this scene in Black Clover yet, but it was like, I think his name's Lagnus. I think he's the older brother, and he beat Finral, and then he tries to fucking kill him.
Yeah.
And then each of the like the fucking Black Bulls, they all like slide in, and they're like, "Dude, you fucking chill, or we're gonna like get you." I was like, oh, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, so they were doing like a competition,
Mhm.
like all the houses were doing a competition, and
Gryffindor.
it basically came down to them fighting, and Langris just flipped out and was like, "I'm going to murder you."
He has like, I mean, I think I've someone like spoiled it in the comments. Like the kid has like deep insecurities about Fenrir, which I mean, I guess. I mean,
Well, yeah. So
Also
once again,
controlled by like a demon or something.
so there's
I
there's a
think
whole
there's a whole
backstory with
yeah.
his like, if I'm not mistaken, was Finral fell in love with a girl and like she reciprocated, but Langris was
Yeah.
the older brother, and he actually was like, she was basically forced to go with Langris instead.
Mhm.
So, but he always like resented Finral because she actually didn't
Like
love him.
Finral.
Well, it's not like with his whole
Yeah.
family too. Like he's like the most to like Finral's kind of like liked in his family, and like Langris had all these expectations because of how powerful he is as a magician, right? I think that's
Exactly.
yeah. I mean, that's cool when I get to those points, right? Like I think that there's a lot of interesting characters in this anime. I just can't stand Asta screaming all the time because he would be such a better character if he was not screaming every 30 seconds. I want there to be a dub where like they mute his screaming as it goes along. As
They
he's
should have done it
fighting.
for like April Fool's Day.
It's like,
to start
it just feels
doing
good
it.
to hear him not yell for a second, you know?
Do you think he all right, so if you were to compare him to what's his fucking name? Zenitsu?
Zenitsu. Mhm.
Who do you think screams more?
He does.
I think
Asta.
Asta for
Asta
sure.
screams
Who
every
do you
time.
think's more annoying
Dude,
about it?
listen, there's a whole
Asta.
thing where Zenitsu
Asta.
is like asleep in the second season, pretty much, and he's not screaming.
He was asleep the
He's like
entire time.
he's like
there.
straight up like fucking calmly telling fucking Tanjiro like, "Hey,
Mhm.
we're in fucking danger, bro. Like I'm gonna die." It's just when he wakes up, which was hilarious. He's like, "Oh my god, why does everything hurt? My legs, bro."
Yeah.
I was like, "Holy fuck." That poor dude got messed up.
He did.
All right, Chibi, what's your favorite episode? Like I said, you can spoil it for me and Jack. We're completely fine
Yeah,
with it. Like
I
we're
don't
not.
care.
I like honestly, even with my memory, I wouldn't remember it. I'm just like, eh.
You're fine. I like have bits and pieces of my favorite episode. I think one would be the one that Brad mentioned earlier about the house.
Mhm.
When you guys get to that, that is such a good episode, and you meet a really funny character named Henry. I think that's his name, right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
He is hilarious. I think my other favorite, it's one of Asta's first like really big battles in his demon form.
Mhm.
And like kind of Brad was saying earlier too, like the way they do the art is insane.
Yeah.
And I was just sitting there like
Yeah.
there's not a lot of fight scenes that can like make me like,
I mean,
but that one actually I was
there's
invested.
like legitimately some scenes where I'm like, that's really fucking fantastic animation.
That's how that one
And
was.
then there's stick figures, you know. I'm like, what's going on here, guys?
Nice.
What are we doing?
But yeah, I can't remember exactly who he's fighting, but I remember it being one of his first big fights.
Okay. I'll take a I'll keep a lookout for it because I'm like trying to like let's skip through the filler. Like they're talking, Asta's
No,
yelling.
you need to watch it.
When do I get to see him swing on somebody?
Yep.
Oh my God.
Brad, is that your favorite episode when he goes into his demon form?
Well, so I really did like when the hideout
Mhm.
basically came sentient. I'm not going to go into
Yeah.
that one. So I'm not sure if it's the same fight you're thinking of, but when he fights Veto, and it's like the first time the team really fights cohesively. When him, Noel, Finral, like they all actually. But then again, Veto's still stronger than all of them combined, and basically he goes into like a primal form, like he gets like super buff and like super strong, and then Asta just screams and basically goes Super Saiyan, and like is able to like deflect his biggest attack. Yeah, and like just obliterate him. And it was like that was the first like.
Yeah, I think it was that one.
Yeah, I think it was like the first time where you were just like, holy shit, like
Yeah.
Asta is actually something.
I think that because his third eye. Yeah, I think it was that
I mean,
one.
I think you could possibly see like where Asta like gets more powerful, right? Because like he pulls out like a second sword randomly at the Grimoire, like in the first like 20 episodes, which I thought was a really like when he first meets the captains and they're like everyone's getting awarded and stuff like that, and they have like their little the Noel's family, the Silvas, are like a bunch of cocksuckers, right? Which, listen, they are. I know I've read their backstories, but like they're kind of dicks. And so like Asta ends up like defending Noel, and then he ends up fighting, I think, one of the Golden Dawn. I think maybe the vice captain. And then there's a part where like he's about to get hit, and then he absolutely pulls out the other blade from the Grimoire, and I was like, that's a genius fucking move, right? He may be dumb, right? But he's got good instincts in battle. You can just tell like when you're watching it thus far, he's very raw in terms of combat. And that's like something I would look forward to, like seeing like how he gets better over time and seeing how he can, because like just looks like he's on a fucking dude's just whipping out the most badass magic almost immediately.
Right? Well, yeah, he's got the spirit. I don't know if
Sylph.
I don't know when. Yeah, I don't know when he gets Sylph, but like he's basically just yeah. So basically, he just becomes one of the strongest wizards, like just off the bat. He's just like
yeah. I mean,
badass up and comer.
Dude gets the 4-leaf clover book or grimoire, and then I wouldn't say it's stuff handed to him, but like you can. I mean, listen, I see the gem that they have in that necklace, and I'm like, he's royalty, right? I mean, that's kind of obvious. Like you can tell like his backstory is that more than likely he got dropped off, but he's probably royalty with the necklace. Like you can kind of tell because I think Vermilion had like the same thing. He had that red necklace. I was like, okay, so more than likely he's like royalty, and he's just
it does complicate things later on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not with the same kingdom.
Right.
I'll just spoil that. Right. It's a different kingdom.
Oh shit.
How
Jackson. How
actually there is one really great character and I'm blanking on his name now.
Well, he looked like
And
girl.
he is a bad guy. He gets
He's a bad
introduced
guy.
much. Yeah, he
Yes.
gets introduced much later on, but he basically watches like his best friend get tortured,
Jesus.
and he's able to escape. He's got the gems in his face. What is his name?
Oh, I can't think of his name.
Mars?
He has a. Is it
Is it Mars?
Mars?
Is in the beginning he's like the first person Asta fights in the dungeon, where like Asta
he
like
looks
gets
like.
that's when Asta gets impaled by like that diamond ability.
Yeah.
Okay, Mars. Yeah. He's a cool.
Yeah, Mars is
He has
dope
a
as
nice.
shit.
He has a
Yeah.
cool fucking background story. Yeah. When they forced him and his friend to fight to the death, I was like, dude, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Someone die in this anime,
That's what
bro.
I'm on. Bruh. You and death.
Just don't let it be the priest because that dude's fucking hilarious. Every fucking time, like the sisters reading the letters and stuff like that, and he's like, "I'm gonna go take you all guys out to food," and the priest is like, "What about me? Like, what the fuck?" That dude's hilarious. I love that. Jack, what has been your favorite episode so far? And is there an episode without Asta in it? We're gonna piss off so many people.
I don't know.
I'm saying
I
Asta
think
and Asta just constantly love it.
Um,
Disrespect the anime.
I don't know. I think I really enjoyed the episode where he becomes inducted into the Black Bull crew. And like you start to see that he kind of found his people.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't take 100 episodes either.
No. I mean, it didn't take long at all.
Took less than 10, which I was super happy about.
Yeah,
I can't
so I
remember
think
what Shonen did that, where it's like 100 episodes. Like, you like me? It's like, I guess. Like, come on. Fight with us now.
Yeah, I would say it was that episode.
I think I like the one where the Wizard King is like kind of tailing Asta and fucking Yuno. I think when the sister gets captured and stuff like that, like, and he kind of
earlier.
It's in like one of the earlier episodes. He like randomly shows up and shit.
Is this the one where the aha guy helps?
The who?
I call him aha because he's always like aha.
No.
Oh my god, the fucking
yeah.
Yeah,
guy.
aha.
I
time.
thought you said a hot guy, and I was like,
No,
Jack,
aha. The
Which
aha
one?
guy.
you need to which holy shit, Jamie, chill. She's like, which one? Which one of you attractive sailors is gonna take me?
No, I think Asta, whatever. I think he eventually calls him aha.
Yeah.
Aha guy.
We're gonna butcher that
Because
so
it's
bad.
all-
I can't wait because like some of I know that Chibi has some people who are like,
We're gonna
pretty
have the
big Black
critics
Clover
out
fans.
there.
Yeah.
Hell
You
yeah.
cocksuckers need to say it right.
Noobs already
Yeah.
roasted us about the P2020. Suck it, noobs.
Wait, what are you talking about? I'm the one that I love the P2020. You're the one that
I
doesn't like
hate
it.
the
Love
P2020.
that
Exactly. Suck it, noobs.
But yeah, so like I love it when the Wizard King's like, he's like, you know, he's like the old lady, right?
I like that mug.
Yeah. Let me see the mug.
Pull that mug up.
Pull that mug up, girl.
Look at that mug.
Oh, of course Jack would.
Oh,
Jack looks like Grogu.
Oh, God damn. Wow.
goddamn.
Holy shit.
Every time I can get a good reaction out of Jack, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna take that shit. Oh, it's very hard. It's very hard. Jack's very level-headed. And then there's like, so the sister gets captured, right? And then Yuno goes off into the woods and he starts beating up all the fucking, all the bandits. And then the Wizard King's like just randomly there watching them fight. He's like, this is interesting.
I love the Wizard King.
Oh, dude, he's fucking hilarious. Like
Have you seen his powers yet? I don't remember.
I've seen like his chrono powers. So like when
So
he
he
does
does-
time stops,
so-
Insane.
that shit is
So there's
scary.
there's a fight where he loses, and
Oh.
he shows like the full potential of his power, and you're like, holy, like, how does this guy, like,
Well, I mean, that's like the thing, right? Is like you have to, when you create that baseline powerful character like him, you're gonna ask yourself like, how the fuck does anybody reach that level? I'm trying to think. What was it in Naruto? Was it who was the most powerful character for it? Was it Kakashi? Who was like
Rock Lee? Obviously.
No, Kakashi.
Kakashi was quite
Kakashi
like
was powerful,
strong as
but
fuck. He's
was.
practically like Hokage level.
I mean, he was a Hokage. What do you mean?
No, before that, in like the first
Oh.
arcs of Naruto.
Oh,
That
I was
dude,
like, what?
he's like Hokage level because of his fucking eye and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like in fucking Black Clover, it's clear that like when they introduce that little cult, right, the main bad guys or whatever, and the Wizard King just fucks all of them up without trying. And then it shows like the I can't remember the guy's name, I think the head of it, and it shows his arm is like he got hit by like that chrono ability, and his arm's like deformed and shit. And I was like, oh my god, that's fucking sick. Love that shit.
Oh yeah.
All right, so does anybody have any counter arguments or anything else they want to add to the Black Clover thing before you get into Q&A?
Yes. Yes,
Right,
I do actually. I will say there is one character. I will say he does kind of redeem himself later.
Mhm.
But I'm gonna say his name wrong because I haven't actually watched the anime in several years. Gotch.
Oh, the
Coach?
fucking
Coach?
Syscon.
Yeah.
Syscon guy.
Marie.
Oh, the one that's obsessed with his sister.
So
Yeah.
it's such a weird character. He
That shit
he
is so. He has a nosebleed.
So weird.
He has a
Yeah.
nosebleed.
He does
and,
redeem
like,
himself, but
the
God, he's
first
so
time
fucking
Asta
weird.
is playing with his sister, right? He's like, Marie, you're so cute. What did you say? She's like, don't touch him. You know, brother, I'm gonna marry him. Excuse me? And he like stinks about Asta when he's sleeping. He's like, die. It's like, Jesus, dude. Fuck. He seems like a really fun character, right? I
Yeah,
think
he's
there's
great.
always like a and I don't. No one's like. I think only me and Chibi watched MHA, but it's the old boy whose quirk is like the mirror in his belly, right? The laser.
Yeah.
Like some of these characters.
Oh
have,
my
like,
God, the fucking.
Yeah, some of these characters
I
have
hate
like
that hoe.
amazing fucking redemption arcs. Like seriously, it's always good. Like he has a really cool arc in MHA, which I loved. Is that all, Brad? You want to talk about Gouch a little
Yeah,
more?
it's really
Chibi, talk to me.
So we talked about like our favorite character, favorite episodes, whatnot. Who is your least favorite
Asta.
character other than Asta?
I actually don't like. I actually like Asta. I just don't like him yelling the goddamn episode.
If you had to say your least favorite, because I'll say mine's Noelle. I hate that bitch.
It's
She grew up with me, but she's so annoying.
She's fine.
She's so annoying.
Who the fuck is it? It's one of her. It's one of her. Is it her brother? It's like the middle one.
Nozel's
Her brothers are annoying.
So like Nozelle's
Solid.
fine. It's the other one.
So lead, solid, so
Yeah,
lead.
him. He's a fucking
Or
prick.
Nebra.
Solid. or
Oh,
whatever.
yeah.
He's a prick.
He is a pretty true. That's true.
And he was like,
Her
it
whole
just feels like
family
he's an
is.
asshole to be an
Her whole
asshole, right?
Yeah. Like there's no rhyme and
Like
that's true.
I saw why
Noelle,
Nozell.
he's-
I saw why Nozelle's that way. Like I've read up on him, but I'm
Yeah,
like,
also, I
okay.
liked his character design.
Yeah.
That
Plus,
redeemed it.
basically her whole family.
How can he see Chibi when
resents
he's
her.
fighting?
Basically, everyone resents her because she killed her mother.
Yeah.
Right. She's incredibly powerful too.
She
also,
is.
right? But I think that's like every character, like even Mimosa, right? I still love that name. That's my favorite name in the whole thing. Mimosa. Like the fucking the creator was drunk. He had a couple, and he was like, you know what name I like? Mimosa.
Fuck it.
Mimosa.
Oh,
I'm gonna name my kid Mimosa. Then I want to name this character Mimosa.
the dog's mimosa.
My dog's name is Mimosa.
Everyone's mimosa.
Oh yeah.
Jack, who's your least favorite character?
I'm gonna say I have a very limited list, but I'm gonna go with the was it Orfe? The
I think you're
priest, her
just saying
father
stuff.
from the beginning, and like
Oh,
throughout,
I see.
throughout the show you see him like he's always like downplaying what Asta does.
He's like my favorite fucking character at times, dude. He's hilarious, dude. He's actually secretly proud of Asta, like constantly.
Yeah, I don't see that
Ah, man.
I don't see that yet.
I love that dude. He's funny. Brad, who was yours again?
It's probably Langris, Finral's brother.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, fuck his brother, true.
Because that dude.
Does he
he's
have
just-
like a? I mean, you've watched it. Does he have like a redemption story at all, or is he just like a straight up prick like the entire
I think.
time? He's just a
I
bad
think he kind
person?
of. I think he has kind of like a change of heart. But I
Yeah.
don't think he really has a. I don't think he has like
I
a.
fucking hate
I'm
that
gonna
half-hearted shit.
sacrifice
man.
me.
Because
Yeah.
I mean, you understand why he's kind of pissed off. I mean, it was a
On
whole thing
anime.
about like how he was a second choice, but like, yeah, there's no really redemption. It's just he does have like a change of heart.
Bunch of fucking whiners.
Weenies.
All right, anything else, everybody? So before we get into community Q&A, just want to say, Chibi, you got to watch an amazing new show. Can you tell me what that show is? You watched a 90-minute episode. Tell me about it, please, because I can recommend it to both Jack and Brad, and it is not what anyone expected. And I'm so
It's not.
I saw the reactions of your chat, so let me give a breakdown. right? So what's the name of the anime? Go ahead.
Oshinoko.
So
my God.
Oshinoko.
there's another. The creator of that also created Love Is War. So if I took
How?
out the romance from Love Is War and kept in the central like struggle between Shinomiya and goddamn, what's his name? Shirogane. It technically would be like a psychological thriller. That is what Oshinoko is.
Times 5.
And the crazy
How do
thing
you
is that
spell
when
that?
people, it's
Oshin.
OSHI and
No.
then no.
Ko.
Go. So I told a buddy of mine, I said, listen, do not mind like the really colorful art style or fucking the way the characters look. It is a psychological thriller. It has really humorous moments, but it will fucking grip you the entire time. It is fantastic. So
Yeah, and
I saw Chibi's buddies,
don't
I
read
saw Chibi's
anything.
fans' reactions. Chibi, what was your reaction to the anime? Go ahead.
absolute fucking disbelief. So
Yeah.
I went in blind. I'm telling you, I didn't even look up the art. I didn't look up what it was about. I said we are sitting down and we're gonna watch shit because everybody keeps telling me it's good. So I'm not gonna spoil anything for you, Jack, because I really want you to go in blind, like truly
I don't
blind.
see it
You can
in Crunchyroll.
It's on High Dive right now.
Yeah,
But
it's on
there's
High
pro-
Dive. But
there's
what I
probably, like, another
did,
link.
I had my friend stream it on High Dive, but Jock said that that he found it on the internet.
Oh.
Jocko hit that link up later.
But it starts off one way and it ends completely different. And it's not a movie, it's a 90-minute episode.
Yeah.
The reason being, it's you need that first part to really get to the second part. And
It
the
is
second
the-
part is technically where it starts
It is
off.
the prequel
Yeah.
to the show, right?
Yeah, it's basically the prequel, but
Has the
you
show
need
started
it.
yet?
Yes. It started
Okay.
last week. And it's like it actually is like one of the most downloaded, most watched shows in anime. And it has
And I would
Really?
like to do I would
has-
like to do an episode on it next
yeah,
time. That was
its-
going to be
its
my
rating
recommendation.
is so fucking high that it's pissing off the FMA fanboys.
Oh god, not again.
They're going to the anime website and trying to fucking equalize every time
Love Is War
FMAB
takeover its
loses.
place.
Yeah, every time
It's the same creator,
FMAB
man.
slips, the fucking fandom like rises up. We're like, give it the 5-star treatment. Fuck all these new anime. But Oshinoko, I told a buddy of mine.
It's solid.
I'll have to find it.
I said the moment you watch it, you're gonna be like, oh, this is fucking. It's really well done the entire time. It's really funny, and
And
you're
then
like,
it just hits you. It
what?
sucks you right
You're
in the
like
stomach.
constantly like, whoa, what the fuck's happening? There's like some
Yeah.
legit, like it is one of the best stories.
Yeah.
And I honestly think it's like it might actually end up being a better story than Love Is War. And Love Is War is like very highly
Interesting.
regarded.
And that's hard for you to say because that's one of your favorites.
I love Love Is War.
Yeah.
I think the writing is so sharp, and Oshinoko is like, he didn't.
I like the banter in it too.
Oh, it's brilliant. Like the
Yeah.
writing in it is just fantastic. So it's genius ass show.
But yeah, I would like to do an episode when everybody watches it because it is
absolutely.
pure content at its finest.
Absolutely. Now, Jack, you have finished Buddy Daddies and Trigun Stampede. How did you like? We talked just first. What'd you think? Both.
Love them both.
Excellent.
Buddy Daddies is probably one of my favorite.
Try.
shows.
I gotta finish, but
Jack understood what I said last. Oh, Jack was on last time, but I said last time. I said Trigun Stampede. The last 3 episodes, they do something that's like very connected to the original anime, and it's going to be the kicker. So like, there's going to be a sequel season, and it's going to be very much closer to the original.
Oh god.
The last episode was really good.
The last episode, dude, there was so many people who
Really
like
good.
made they made like a Final Fantasy fucking like video, pretty much with the last episode because of how Vash was fighting. I was like, yo, this shit
Oh
is
yeah.
on fucking point. It is the
Yeah.
I think it's the standard for any TV series to use using CG. Like Orange
Yeah, there was
Studio,
so much suspense in it.
they deserve their fucking flowers. I've never seen
Yeah.
that before. I really didn't think the consistency would stick up with the first episode. I was dead ass wrong. It is one of the best
Yeah,
looking
it was
shows of all
really
time.
good,
Like
really
seriously,
good.
it's amazing.
And then just Buddy Daddies, just like
Dude, I honestly,
dude,
I knew that they were going to reintroduce the mom, right? I knew that.
I mean, that was
but I
bound to
did
happen.
not expect them to go in the direction they did, and I did not expect the ending to be as good as it was.
Yeah.
Deadass. For an original anime, no manga to follow,
Hey man, those last 4 episodes hit me right in the feels.
they fucking nailed it, bro. They killed it.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, you're gonna Chibi, what episode are you on? You know?
I don't even remember, like 4 or
why
5.
you disappoint me? That no.
What part are you at? Don't remember.
Wait, Chibi, did you even finish Odd Taxi? I know you got that. I know you already got the Otokawa shirt. Or you just got the shirt. You a fucking. You not even a fan. You fake
I-
ass.
He's a phony.
He's a phony.
No, I need to get back on these. Ken keeps telling me to watch all these things, and I do, and then he tells me
Oh,
to
my
watch
list
something
is
else,
fucking massive.
and he yells at me.
I tell Jack.
Just
I
watch
tell
Buddy
Jack all
Daddies.
the time.
Get
Okay,
it
okay.
done in one
I would
night.
say finish your
Yes, sir.
Easy.
Brad,
Yes,
you
sir.
still haven't finished
No.
Dragon yet, right?
No, I have not.
But did you watch Mashal yet? Did anyone watch?
No, I literally watched like 3 minutes of it and
Alright.
fell asleep.
I don't even know how to keep track of what we're all asking each other to watch
So,
anymore.
I
okay.
just started Google Doc.
I
We should
pretty
start a
much
Google
like
Doc.
anytime like there's a simulcast, right? If there's like a manga that I've always wanted to see adapted, like Hell's Paradise, I've wanted to see that adapted forever. So I'm gonna say
That's something I
something.
started.
It's on my list.
I'm gonna say something controversial. I fucking hate the way Mappa has like animated that show.
Really?
I don't think it's good.
Good.
I think it's
It's
like
okay. I didn't think it was amazing when
But
it said Mappa. I was like, Mappa?
I was like
Like,
because like I'm not
it's
saying
okay.
Mappa's overrated. They're overworked. But like
yeah.
JJK was their peak. I think Chainsaw Man was pretty good too. But
Mhm.
like Hell's Paradise is like one of the most anticipated adaptations. And I was like, nah.
This is what you got.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was
will say, I thought the animation was like, the
I-
story is brilliant. And I'm excited to see where it goes. But
it is a fucking amazing anime. Like the first 3 episodes are fantastic. They do a
yeah,
perfect
and I was gonna
job.
say we can talk about that one too, like in 2 weeks if you guys want, if you
Yeah.
catch up with it, because there's only like 3 episodes out.
Hell's Paradise.
Hell's Paradise.
Yeah, and that one's
phenomenal.
very
I
good.
bookmarked
It is very
it.
good so far, and it's dark, but it's not like JJK or Chainsaw. Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
I mean, it's pretty.
I mean,
typical.
I'm assuming it gets dark. I know, but I'm saying right now it's like it's gripping.
And then there's Mashal, which is like it's muscle. So okay, it's Harry Potter. Best way to put it. Think of like One Punch Man, but magic. But the dude can't use magic
Oh, Jacques told me to watch
either.
this
He is
one.
physically like his
Doesn't he look like One Punch Man with a
Yeah.
bowl cut?
his adopted father pretty much was like, you have no magical ability. So everyone in that world is born with a scar on their face.
Yeah.
So he cannot. So he's just been working out his whole life.
Sounds like Asta.
It is one of the. Dude, it is the.
It is
funniest
Asta.
shit. It is. It is one of.
Is it him grown up?
He doesn't scream though.
It's
He
like him
just,
stoic.
He doesn't scream. He's incredibly.
He's actually
polite.
mute.
He
He's
matured.
mute.
He's like Uno.
He's incredibly polite. He's also very dense. There's a gag that you'll see constantly that's like really funny because you're like, how are you that dumb? But he is
So it is.
intensely powerful, and it's like one of the funniest things watching him. Like people like cast like these incredible spells, and he just punch right through it. He's like, he's like, you guys talking all that shit, and all I had to do is punch it, right? I was like, because
Like,
they
what
do like magic tests. It's like fucking Harry Potter, and they're like, yeah, here you have to do this, and he's like, all right, and I can just sit here and just take it. And I was like, what the fuck, dude? It blows away all of the like the teachers and shit. They're like, you have to unlock this. They teach him like an unlocking spell for a lockpick spell. And he just like rips the fucking padlock in half, and she's like, how did you get in this class? How did you do this? He's like, I don't know.
I just did it.
But I love that.
Oh my god.
All right. Chibi, it's not really, there's like 8 questions ish. Well, 3 of them are like, me be nice to Chibi. Do I know the OP and exit the.
Sing it right now.
I don't
Sing
know,
it.
dude. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know him.
Fake. Fake.
Nah, never said I was a fucking fan. That's the thing. What was the other one? It was why do I have such bad taste in anime? Well, fuck.
Here, I'll let me.
I feel
send
like
you
Brad
something.
wrote that.
Okay, this is a good question. For someone who hasn't watched it, I'm assuming Black Clover, why should they? Ken's like,
It's a more positive shonen. You know, you're gonna I'm not gonna say that it's just weirdly different, right? Like it still has the same tropes you see all the time, the power scaling, all that stuff. But I do think like the world is interesting.
yeah,
The use of magic is interesting. Everything has to be done through a grimoire. I think that's all fascinating. So, and then you guys are telling me that like, there's more to watch. There's no filler too. I think there's less filler. So it starts to like, you can get into arcs and they kind of go consistently back to back, which I do really appreciate because, you know, as you know, Chibi, there's some anime, some shonen where it's like, let's put in 50 fucking episodes that don't matter, and then we'll jump into the arc. She knows what I'm talking about. Bleach.
Any whoosies. Yes, I agree with our man's Ken here. I also think it's really funny and memey, and just it feels good, even though it can be very serious. Again, I like that balance that they have. So that's my input.
Brad.
Asta.
Yeah.
That's a reason why.
Yeah.
Just come suffer with us.
So,
Yeah.
I actually really like that there is a like huge roster of characters, and like almost all of them persist throughout the series. Like, you know, there are multiple royal families, and you learn about every single one of them, and you know they all have their role to play. It's not just they don't just throw in random characters and they, you know, they have their 5 episodes and they're gone. Like they almost all of them persist.
How dare you talk about Naruto like that?
Dude, Naruto's a
They don't-
very mediocre show.
Oh,
How do we kick him? How do we kick him right now? How do we kick both of them?
Are you from Ohio? Mid.
Actually, so actually the first time that I watched Naruto, my best friend was Korean growing up, so I actually
What's the
watched.
Korean version?
So I watched.
Like, why are they
Korean
K-pop dancing?
Naruto.
So I watched the Japanese dub with Korean subtitles, so I had no idea what was going on for the long time.
You're like, what them samples playing? They speak an alien language? What the hell? God damn.
Okay, Grandpa.
God damn. Jack, why would you recommend someone to Black Clover? And not for the double intros.
Do you want to hate yourself and listen to somebody yell for 170 episodes? But no. I'll repeat kind of like what Chibi originally said. It's a great underdog story. As far as what I've watched.
I don't know if you can like come back from this, Jack. You like shit on the damn thing. And at least I took time, like I took a breath. You know what I'm saying, Jack? You were like, hear this motherfucker yell.
No, it's a good underdog story. You just have to be ready. Like S fucking yells all the goddamn time.
Maybe people can
and
now
you're
draw
never
their
gonna get rid
ire
of it.
toward him.
You have to be okay with it. Because if you don't like characters that yell all the fucking time, you're gonna get annoyed and you're gonna fucking hate it.
Power screaming.
Right.
This guy's trying to challenge Goku to go Super Saiyan.
Okay, let's see another one. Okay, can not yell at poor Chibi? Thank you.
First off,
she's
when
teaching
the
the
fuck
next generation.
When was the last
of
time I
the
yelled at you?
Generation of this semi-great country.
When was the
Oh,
last
God.
episode?
This one is terrible.
Did I yell at
Who
you
would
last
you-
episode? No, I didn't.
Yes,
dude.
you yell at me every episode. Any
When?
whoosies. Who
Y'all
would
some
you
hoes.
smash? Mimosa, Noelle, or Sister Lily?
First off,
of all,
hold on.
aren't they all underage?
No. Noelle is underage. She's like 15 or 16.
Jesus
Mimosa, I
Christ.
think, is like 18. I think I looked up on the
That makes it
wiki.
better.
And who's the last one?
Sister Lily.
She's
The
like
one that asked us.
she's in her 20s.
over.
She's in her late 20s. So
Okay.
absolutely,
Sister Lily.
Sister Lily, of course.
That's
I-
my favorite
listen,
with Asta.
I'm
gonna go with
like
that.
that's the only thing I agree with Asta for. I agree, like absolutely. The nun thing does it for me, right?
I was about a chef's kiss, and then I brought
I'm
it
a
back.
fucking
brought
I'm
it
a
back.
fucking man of the cloth. You know what I'm saying? What religion is she going for? I
Okay,
am converting.
If there's one
Is it the thick
spoiler
religion?
that I could, if there's one spoiler that I could receive right now, do they get together?
No.
I don't know.
I've read like up to there's a part in the manga that like someone my buddy spoiled for me where I'm not gonna you're not gonna like it. But no, they don't get
Does he
together
end up with Noelle?
right now.
I'm gonna like it. She
He doesn't
ends
end up with
dying
anybody
as a
right
she.
now. No,
Somebody kills her.
Oh.
but I mean you gotta shoot for the stars, brother. You know, keep fighting. Keep fighting that good fight.
You-
He is fucking persistent. That's what I like about him.
Gotta
the
work
most,
on his.
is like,
Dude, you know what, dude?
he don't fucking give up anything.
Right. She's like,
called the-
she's like, I'm about the cloth. I'm like, me too, sister. Goddamn.
It's called harassment.
No, he's tried his.
Thanks for coming, guys. All right, let's see if there's
First,
any
hey, I'll
others.
find out. I want you to, Chibi. I want you to find out who wrote that and be like, you fucking pedos. I was like, y'all need to fucking like chill. These
Hold
are
on,
children.
This isn't the first time we had a
Yeah.
question on
Yeah,
on
my God.
These are fucking kids, guys.
this is just a fucking.
And I know the people who watch Chibi, they're fucking adults, you assholes. You like
What this is telling us is when people watch this shit, they're not doing their research.
No, they're not, man. They're like, let me tell you something right now. Noelle. She,
Let me just name
Are we
3
in
random
Alabama?
characters that look attractive. Oh my God.
what's
Is
the
it
age
true
of
that Ken
what's
has?
the age of consent in the universe?
The next question.
Going with it. Wait, hold on. Isn't Charmy like in her 20s too? And she like has a thing for you know. Hey yo, she's a predator, bro.
But listen, this is this is
Nah,
what
that's not how the roles get flipped, baby. I'm
ago.
a feminist.
It's
You're
because
a fucking predator.
it's because the laws over there are different.
It's a magical universe.
Oh, and I'm talking the
Okay,
writing
so-
probably based off of the laws that are over there. Universe or fucking not.
Universe or not, you're a criminal.
I'm not the one that wrote that shit.
Sorry, my bad. No,
Yeah,
just kidding.
Brad would be that guy. That fan fiction.
Fucking Brad.
I can't even say. Is it true that Ken has bad taste in anime?
Negative, and they know, and people know that. Like Chibi knows. Like I recommend good shit to her all the time, bro. I'm a fucking snob on anime. I can admit that.
He is.
But like
It's okay, yeah, he's
I will
never-
give a show a shot if you ask me.
Yeah. Yeah, he's never given me a bad show. I'm not gonna lie.
I told her Odd Taxi. We fucking nailed. Well, you know, if she watched it, we nailed it, right? I mean, come on now. I'm trying to think. What bad did I recommend a bad show to anyone yet? No, I don't recommend. Brad watched Trigun Stampede with me. Whatever. Y'all some hoes. Next question.
Bro. This one says, we love Chibi, but hear me out. We need a bean Q&A and a look into the mind of the dumpy man himself. God damn, y'all down bad.
Dumpy man.
Last one that really is not a question, but it's somebody begging, which is a great segue into what we've been doing this week. Can I please get one of the copies? I'm sorry, it's not even copies. Supplies to the Star Wars giveaway, please.
Here's the deal, hoes.
Which
Chibi has
we are-
posted an Instagram, you know, celebrating her whatever amount she's at now, 13,000. And we were doing a giveaway for Star Wars Jedi Survivor. That releases next week, next Friday.
Mm-hmm.
The contest closes on Sunday. You have to like the Instagram post, follow us on YouTube. You know, that's really it. Like, that's it. It's like super simple. It's gonna be really funny when like all those people like tried and then like they don't get submitted for it. It's unfortunate. But Chibi's gonna do a follow-up post, right? I always feel like a follow-up is needed to kind of remind people at the
I
beginning.
was
like,
gonna
you
post it
need
on my story, and
just
then
be
make
like,
another
you
post.
need to fucking sub, or you will not be
I
entered.
just like the post.
But however, it does benefit though that the individual who wrote that, because it's like they might be subbed already and they're like, I get fucking I get a better chance to get the copy. So this ain't the Hunger
Nice.
Games though. Odds ain't in your favor. You know what I'm saying?
Hope it's one of my 3 accounts.
Me too. But
Me too.
I'm also doing like a giveaway for Dead Island 2 because I really listen. It's been, when did that game first come out, Brad? Dead Island, it was like 2008, 2009 ish, around that time, right? A little
Yeah, it
later,
sounds about
probably. And Deep Silver, they announced a sequel like 2012, 2013. Probably one of the coolest looking trailers I'd ever seen. And then everyone thought it was fake. So people were like, it's never coming out. Then last year they did an announcement, showed off a lot of the gameplay. It has procedural gore. So like when you're hitting a zombie, like it'll fall off and it'll rip off all these different chunks. It's not always the same when you're attacking. It's got decent reviews, right? It's a one-note pony, but I'm like, it's a mindless zombie sim. Like, you know, have a good time with it. So we're giving away one copy if people want to, you know, get that. But you know, if not, Brad gets it for no reason.
I actually have a weird story about the first one,
Hmm.
but I'm down to play it. Just it's kind of like Call of Duty, but you know, it's kind of mindless fun. It's like it's not a game you think about. It's just a game you go
Exactly.
into.
That's one of my biggest beefs with like certain reviewers is that they try to get too technical. It's like, guys, This game is not meant to be deep. Like, I'm meant to hit zombies in the head and watch their heads explode. It's a good day. It's like Dead Rising.
Yeah.
I played the shit out of that game. I just went into a mall, killed like 55,000 zombies, went home.
God damn.
Yeah.
Fuck zombie bees.
Zombies.
I hate
I've
them.
been I started Firewatch.
What'd you think, buddy?
I really like that game. I'm
He cried.
I'm
at the
pretty
end.
close. I haven't finished it yet, but
It's
I'm pretty
one-
close to the end.
It's one of the few games that, like, if you're an adult, a lot of that's going to resonate with you, especially that beginning part where they start talking
Oh,
about
yeah.
like
The
you
wife
you making a
and
pretty
the decisions you're making.
you making a pretty drastic decision, you running away from like your problems instead of trying to solve them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Very fucking like close to home type stuff. I was very
yeah.
impressed by like the way they
Yeah,
handled
it made me question. Like
I
was
saw-
like,
I-
oh my god, because I thought about like, all right, I
It's
know
think
that
of it as
if
like
I
a
were to make this
psychological profile.
decision, oh yeah,
You're a
Right.
bad person.
But like, I don't know, it's I really enjoyed that game.
Yeah, I love Firewatch. Eventually, I'll make a video. I made a video on What Remains of Edith Finch. Because it's
Yeah.
on like I forgot that was like 2.5 hours. I really did. I was like, fuck, this game is short.
Yeah, it's
But-
not long at
But
all.
like every story was very impactful. So love that. Chibi, if you haven't played it, you would cry during What Remains of Edith Finch. Like absolutely.
shit.
Oh,
You've told me about it though.
there's
yeah,
like
it
there's like
sounds really
three
good.
there's like 3 parts where you'd probably oh yeah.
You should remind me and I'll look into it.
It's legitimately, I would say, like probably one of the best narrative titles of like
Mhm.
all time.
Okay.
And Firewatch is going to eventually be made into a movie, I think.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Nice.
I th-
I really like the relationship between Delilah and Henry.
Yeah, it's an adult story, man.
Yeah.
And that's like, what are you doing, Brad? Get that shit out of here, okay?
Did the duck.
But yeah, nah, I mean, it's good stuff.
Yeah.
Fuck,
And
we
if
like-
there's any story narrative game coming down the pipeline and you guys or the viewers want to see me play it, let me know. I'll give away 2 of those.
Do you want to see
Oh.
Josh get confused like in Heavy Rain? Where he's trying to exit
Listen,
the
the
burning
fuck-
building. He's
It's
like, is
because-
she
it's
gonna
because
die,
the
bro?
the movement mechanics are fucking horrible in that game.
It was so funny because I told Chris too. I was like, "Hey man, did you watch Jack during the Heavy Rain thing?" And like he was trying to escape the apartment. I was like, "She is gonna die. It's gonna be because he keeps touching everything." He's like, "What does this do?" Ah! I was
And
like,
then it
"Oh,
fucking
Jesus."
glitched out at the end.
Yeah.
The last fight.
You almost had the perfect fucking run too. You almost had the perfect run, and then you fucking got oh boy killed.
God damn.
This shit is. Funny,
If
dude.
it didn't glitch out, I would have had it.
Yep, you would have had the full ending. You would have gotten that trophy. But dope.
Time to redo it.
Oof.
I don't know.
But what does that have to do with anime though? That's the question.
You know
Oh
what?
my
That's a good
God.
point. Oh, we're at the end of the fucking episode, man.
It's
Chill.
an animated fucking game.
Chill,
Yeah,
Brad.
hot dog.
Yeah.
I mean, so let's kind of like break down what the next episode will be. So that I'm gonna let Chibi know.
Mhm.
We will do an esports episode for Pixelated Thoughts the next week. Right?
Okay.
So I'm going on vacation like May 5th. I'll be in DC, right? So like
Yo, TFTI.
Oh yeah, remind me.
I want to like record twice that week.
That's fine.
Just so I can fucking have like stuff uploaded quickly. Because like normally with like, oh, this is not to be fucked up or whatever, but like Pixelated Thoughts, I really don't have to like upload any like extra stuff. Just like I just post it with Down the Rabbit Hole. Like there's a lot of like anime I can pull from, images and stuff. Easy.
Nice.
So I put a little more effort sometimes into that. So we'll do an esport episode. And then what do you want to do for the next Down the Rabbit Hole episode?
I mean, if everyone's okay, I think we honestly could just talk about Oshinoko.
Okay.
Like,
I need y'all to send me a link to
Yeah, yeah,
the
yeah.
Don't worry,
site
Jacques
that
got
has
you.
that.
I'll ask Shock to send me the link.
Jacques like a dealer. He's,
But yeah,
crack
if you
baby.
guys are okay with watching like the first 90-minute episode, is there another episode after it already out?
it's gonna be an episode tomorrow. I think it's
Okay, so maybe we can watch like the first 2.
Yep.
And, you know, and I
Actually,
think
we'll
you
be
can get a whole
first 3,
podcast.
right?
Okay, yeah, and you technically get a whole podcast episode off of that. I feel like.
Absolutely.
Nice. That's what I'm
So it
talking
doesn't
about.
have to be a lot on your guys' plate. So and it's solid.
Super easy.
What is even that?
And then we'll probably do like I'll have Who should I make do the Pixelated Thoughts one after the eSport episode? I'll make Jack do it.
That's what I'm talking about.
we'll have we'll have Jack come up with a good idea. His community
Yeah. I'll come in like the typical YouTube guy.
It's
It's your boy, Jack.
It's your boy,
We're
Jack.
here with
Please.
another episode.
Can you please do that every time? That was beautiful.
Okay, I got it.
Generally, like when I do like at first, I wanted to be like, "How's it going, everyone?" It's Ken from Pixelate. That's why I just put.
You do that anyway.
I do it in the ending. It's like
What
most.
are you?
most
I
of the-
feel like you
You
should
do
be
that every
sitting on a
fucking
couch with
YouTube.
a
but, like,
fucking
no,
glass
most
of
my-
wine and a
most of my videos,
cigar
I
when you
literally
say
just
that.
talk now.
Hello, guys.
Yeah.
Most of the videos I just talk, and I allowed my buddy Mikey from the Retrograde podcast to do like one of the intros for the video that came out today, Freedom Fighters, right? So he did the intro. Dude, it was like he went fucking hard, and I was like, bro, why did you attack Pikmin?
Tone
like
it down.
that? He like attacked Pikmin. I was like, bro, you need to chill. Like there are people who
Yo.
like this game. I was like,
I mean, it is a pretty trash game.
I was like, some people like Pikmin, some people don't. All right. So I also want to bring up that we're gonna try to do like the giveaways will probably be like, I know like we're trying to do it at least consistently for like the big games. So like I think Tears of the Kingdom, everyone's looking for Legend of Zelda. Jack, are you gonna play that by the way on stream?
Which one?
Wait, did you play Breath of the Wild?
I didn't enjoy
You
the
enjoyed it?
weaponry system. I didn't.
We'll
I
get
didn't.
over it and
I
do
didn't.
it
You know,
Brad, did you
I
like Breath
did,
of the
and you know
Wild?
what I did to get over it? I stopped fucking playing.
nice.
Preach.
Take that, you stupid bitch. No, I'm kidding.
Yo, please quit that. Take that, you stupid.
Brad,
Who said that?
Brad, did you play Breath of the Wild?
Absolutely.
Are you gonna play Tears of the Kingdom, or are you gonna like wait for it to go on sale? Which it, you know, as a reminder for everyone, it's
I'll
$70. It's
just-
the only Nintendo game that's $70 right now.
I'll just wait.
Ooh, what the
I'll
fuck?
wait until they come out with a Switch Pro.
Switch Pro. Man, I don't.
Good luck.
It'll never happen, bro. It is what it is.
Let's see.
I'll buy 2 Switches and put them together.
Super Switch.
Just fucking take a
Hot dog
permanent
switch.
marker and just write pro on the back.
Hey, just don't do anything illegal with that Switch. Don't try like cause was it that one hacker got like 5 years in
Yes.
prison or something like that, and then he had to pay back he has to pay back $14 million to Nintendo.
What the
What
fuck?
did he do?
Yeah, look up Nintendo hacker. Like it was like.
Did he
like,
make shit free for people or like
something,
available?
bro? But he got caught, and dude, I was like Nintendo.
Fuck around with Nintendo.
The hacker was like, he's like 50 years old, right? I'm like, that man will never pay back that money
Mm-mm.
ever. He's gonna be. That was a message.
That's like you don't mess with Disney either. Like you
Mm-mm.
can't put fucking Mickey Mouse on a T-shirt this small and put it on Etsy, or you're getting sued.
Oh no, you're not just getting sued. You're getting the mouse tool. You know what I'm saying?
Hey,
I think that's the funniest thing I've ever heard you say. Like
Mickey-
I'm in awe of how
Yeah, that
funny.
was
You
good.
want to get
That
some
was good.
you want to get some
That
Disney reps
was good.
knocking at that door. I
That
got
is
the-
legitimately so good.
You're gonna get Disney
You're
knocking
gonna
at the
get
door.
fucking mouse kid
Exactly.
tooled.
You can get that mouse tool, pimp. You better chill. The mouse don't play. That is
Gary.
his house. Dude, every time have you seen the they did like a South Park thing, I think, where like Mickey beat the shit out of someone else.
I'll be surprised.
It's like you don't
He
fuck
fucking broke down.
with the mouse. He starts like kneecapping this dude. I was like, yo, shit.
Then he died.
Yeah, I mean essentially they all get killed, bro, right? Play Kingdom Hearts, you see what Mickey's all about. The man's
Oh,
man's a
fucking around
fucking
and go find out what Mickey Mouse.
man's a fucking monster. All right, so yeah, we're gonna try to do at least giveaways for like the big games. So the next 2, Tears of the Kingdom, and then Final Fantasy 16. And I'm gonna make Brad do a fucking video eventually on Final Fantasy, just so I can
Please.
like hear him talk about his love for that series.
Why?
Because you love it more than a
Exactly.
friend.
I do. It's a best friend.
All right. So, anyone with any closing thoughts? Chibi, let's start with Charmy. You got anything for me?
Love you guys. No,
This was the
I'm about
last
to get the
episode
mouse
ever.
tool right now, bro.
what did I do?
Tired of having
But
this shit.
seriously, make sure you guys enter the giveaway because it's something very, very nice that
Sup?
Ken and Pixelated Thoughts are doing.
Sup?
sub.
Yeah.
Like,
See, we don't talk like you're
follow
not a
me.
part of the group.
I know, but it's mostly you doing it. You know, I'm gonna give credit where it's due. Okay.
I want to give stuff away. Jackie, you
You
help
know,
me. Are you helping
despite his
with the?
appearance, he's very nice.
Jackie, you help me with the 2 copies for this one for the Star Wars. Okay.
I mean, I
Jack-
can help too.
Jack's a big.
I'll slide money.
Oh, I was just saying, like Jack's like a big Star Wars fan, and we talked about it before. Like we wanted to give away Jedi Survivor together. Yeah. Okay.
My next post will be in my Japanese Star Wars shirt. Okay, don't worry.
Sick.
Oh,
Yes.
Under good one.
That,
But yeah,
I am super
I
excited for that
appreciate.
game, and I expect.
Yeah.
One
I'll
of you
try
guys
and
to
play it. Yeah. I'll
Have you
play
not
it.
played the first one?
Oh, you gotta play it. It's free. I think it's free on
Yeah.
EA Games.
Yeah,
Is
EA Game Pass.
play Fallen Order
Okay.
before
I'm pretty sure
because
this
it'll
is right.
let you like
Yes.
acclimate. The game is fucking hard. Like seriously,
Oh.
the game is like.
Yeah, you die a lot.
Yeah, well,
always.
Brad did because Brad's bad at like those types of games. He's only good at like role playing games and shooters. It
I didn't
doesn't make
die
any
a lot.
sense.
Cause Jack,
Jack,
you
Jack,
good.
calm down with that humble brag, motherfucker. Goddamn.
Just, I'm good.
Chill.
Well,
chill,
until you
nerd.
learn, until you learn force push, and then literally all the combat goes out the window.
Just spam that shit.
Force push everything off the.
Bye.
There's a lot of there's some jump puzzles too, that were a pain in the ass.
Yeah, platforming. But like this game, like Jedi Survivor looks fucking insane.
It's really good.
My God, it's very pretty.
I can't wait for it.
And
it's
he
one-
plays the guitar.
He might be air guitaring as he's like killing fucking droids and shit like that. Stupid shit.
That's all I had to say. Thank you guys so much for your support as always.
Perfect.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Remember, if you go and see her Instagram post, and this will come out before people can say that, but if they see it, they need to like and sub. Otherwise,
Subscribe.
you know, you're gonna be
Yeah.
like Brad with his 3 accounts or his 50 accounts. I can't remember how many he has.
Sadge.
Trying to get
Well,
it in.
seven in total.
7. This man really wants that game so he can just sell it to somebody else.
Business model. Okay.
Jack, closing thoughts, buddy. You can talk about Black Clover. You can talk about what you want. You know, you're an adult. I ain't gonna hold you.
I don't know.
Why do I give
Like
Jack
and-
airtime? No, I was kidding.
Like and subscribe.
Yeah.
It's your boy. Just
It's
do
your
it.
boy Jack.
It's your boy Jacklins.
It's your boy.
Jack
Bow, 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 bow.
K.
I think I got a button. Hold on.
Oh my God. It's Jackie.
We should do that like giveaway high. Press the button.
Hey, yeah, right. Hey, we got
Giveaway.
another giveaway.
I'm fucking dead.
Get fucked, you stupid nerds.
And it's not for you.
You fucking nerd.
Get fucked.
Oh man.
Brad,
Don't ask for fuck. Don't do it.
Brad, thank
That
you.
was his right there.
I want to say thank you to Brad for like actually probably being the biggest contributor next to Chibi in terms of Black Clover. Dude, you haven't watched that.
Gross.
You have not so to clarify, you have not watched Black Clover in years, is what you're saying, and you remembered all of that.
Yeah.
At least an hour and a half, a year and at least a year and a half.
That is
if not
fucking insane that you
two.
remember that much because of all the episodes. Like you
Yeah,
remembering
it was
names.
a-
Brad has problems remembering people we talk to, guys.
Shit. I can't
Sorry,
remember
sorry,
shit
Jack.
I did 5 minutes ago.
We know that, Grandpa. Chill.
Yeah. Fuck.
Brad, do you have any closing thoughts, my man?
Yeah. Like and subscribe.
There you go.
It's your boy.
It's your boy. There we go.
Make
There we
sure,
go.
especially for everyone here, you like our videos because it helps.
And subscribe.
The fucking,
Your boy.
You know, the impressions and shit, you dumb bastards. Anyway,
Oh my God. Can we do a count of
Alright,
how many times we
so
said
here we
He
go.
means that with love.
I said, nah, I ain't no love there.
And sarcasm.
All right, so here's the deal. Between Brad and Chibi, who wants to do the outro?
Oh.
Chibi does, that's for sure.
It's gonna be nose goes. Brad, unfortunate. You're
Looks like
fucking, you're
Brad.
cuffed on.
Damn,
cuffed
you
on.
should have moved your hand.
Get fucked, nerd. Brad, please do the outro.
All right, guys. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. It's your boy. Get out of here.
I hate him. Bye, everybody.